Upkeep for Monday, February 27th, 2023.
That's right. It's all of the Magic news you need in 10 minutes or less.
We've got a lot of news this week. We were off last week, so let's go.
We're going to really try and pack it all in here.
First up, there has been a new set, Commander Masters, which has been announced.
Yes, it will release on August 4th with a first look on May 16th. This is the first Masters set tied to Commander.
Master and Commander, you could say.
Oh. Russell Crowe.
This set's going to have reprints as well as new cards, which is a little confusing because normally Master sets are only reprints in the past, but this one does have some new cards in it. It's also going to have 4 pre-con Commander decks, and this is where the new cards are, that each feature 10 new cards.
Yes, they'll have Enduring Enchantments in white, black, green, Planeswalker Party with white, red, blue, Sliver Swarm, which of course is Wooburg, and Eldrazi Unbound, which is colorless.
Very excited for this colorless Commander
Very
deck. Some cards have already been previewed. They showed off some reprints, including Jeweled Lotus with a beautiful borderless treatment.
Yes.
And the Dragon.
Oh, also gorgeous.
Gorgeous pink background, dragon face.
Yes.
I'm into it.
The set will also be draftable with draft boosters, obviously, plus set and collector boosters.
We now know more details about the upcoming Lord of the Rings set as well.
Wow, remember, this set is also fully draftable and will be modern legal.
Nice.
It's the first full set release as part of Universes Beyond.
The tabletop release for this set is coming up June 23rd, with pre-release the weekend of the 16th and arena release on June 20th.
There's something called a, quote, special holiday release that will be on November 3rd. No word on what that means yet.
We're going to get a first look at this set officially starting on March 14th, but we already got a peek at the packaging, which includes everything you would expect from a regular set release. So you've got draft and collector boosters, jumpstart product, bundles, secret lair drops, and pre-con Commander decks.
Yes, the set symbol, of course, is the One Ring, and it does look pretty sick.
I love it. I'm so excited for this set.
We also have a first look at March of the Machine. We know that, of course, the Praetors will be back. We have a new Jin Gitaxias. There's also the card Breach the Multiverse, which is giving us a little preview of what the Phyrexians are up to in March of the Machine.
They're breaching the multiverse!
They breached that multiverse, baby.
Boy.
There's a new Chandra, Hope's Beacon. This is a nice 6-mana Chandra.
Classic Chandra.
A classic Chandra. And one of the best things to come out of this is some really cute team-up cards.
Yes!
For the planes that are fighting back, there's Yargle and Multani. This is one that we saw already, which is just 3 black, green for an 18/6. Period.
I love it.
But from Innistrad, there's also Thalia and the Gitrog monster.
She's riding the Gitrog monster.
The cutest.
It's also the best card.
It's also a really good card.
It's Siege Rhino mana.
Yes.
1 Abzan for 4/4 first strike Death Toucher. Excuse me.
Oh my goodness.
You can play an additional land on each of your turns. Creatures and non-basic lands your opponents control enter the battlefield tapped. Whenever it attacks, sacrifice a creature or land, then draw cards. This card's nuts.
Absolutely bonkers. There is also a lot of previews of some famous characters from across the multiverse getting completed. Like, for instance, we have Heliod the Radiant Dawn, who's a double-faced card. You can pay 3 and a Phyrexian blue to transform Heliod the Radiant Dawn into Heliod the Warped Eclipse.
Heliod, no!
No!
I mean, it's fine. You were a murderer.
I mean, yeah, Heliod was actually always bad guy. He bad.
We also see the completion of Omnath.
Wow. Omnath finally gets that final color of mana, black, and it's a Phyrexian
black. And Omnath Locus of all.
So spooky.
Very spooky.
And also that art is very cool and very spooky.
Who knew Omnath would even be a victim of completion?
I know, but it turns out you can complete anything, including a god or one big elemental boy.
I mean, but they did leave all of Omnath's hands, including giving Omnath an Phyrexian hand, too.
You need all them hands. Previews for this set begin on March 29th. The in-store pre-release will be April 14th through 20th, with Arena and Magic Online releases on April 18th.
This set's going to have 3 secret lairs associated with it. They already showed off one of those, which includes 5 cards with the showcase frames from the respective sets.
Yeah.
There's a new questing beast. It's beautiful.
It's really gorgeous. The booster fun will also include showcase frames from each plane.
Oh,
so
nice.
this secret lair isn't the only way that we'll see all of these treatments returning.
Beautiful. There's going to be 5 commander precons for the set as well. Growing Threat, which is white-black. Cavalry Charge, which is white-blue-black. Divine Convocation, which is white-red-blue. Call for Backup, red-green-white. And Tinker Time, green-blue-red.
We're not done because Plane Chase also returns with this set, which makes a lot of sense. Plane Chase is a multiplayer supplement that lets you travel from one location to another with different rules at each location. Each of the commander decks for March of the Machine will include 5 reprints and 5 new Plane Chase locations. For example, like Tawashi, this of course is from Plane Kamigawa. Modified creatures you control have trample, and whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player or planeswalker, draw a card.
Oh, cool.
Very cool. We also know a little bit more about March of the Machine Aftermath. This is a small set, only 50 cards, so quite tiny, that focuses heavily on the story, showing what happens after the events of March of the Machine, which characters live, which ones get a happily ever after, and which ones don't live to see the aftermath themselves.
Ooh, ominous.
Yes. We know, for instance,
the Kenriths don't make it.
They don't make it because there's the card, the Kenrith's Royal Funeral, which has been previewed.
Yeah, that's a legendary enchantment. And we already know that March of the Machine Aftermath had those smaller booster packs and stuff like
just
that.
Little 5-card
boosters. Now some arena updates for you. The next arena open is happening March 4th and 5th, and that's going to be Phyrexia All Will Be One sealed.
Very exciting.
Exciting. You get to compete for $2,000 and an invite to the April qualifier weekend event. Day 1 is best of 1 or best of 3 sealed, and day 2, if you make it there, is drafting.
Exciting. Alchemy Phyrexia releases tomorrow. It's 30 new cards infused into Arena, legal and historic Brawl, and Alchemy. 6 free packs will be sent to your inbox, so make sure you check your Arena mail, and all of the cards have been previewed.
Yeah, there's one that people are kind of excited about called Spawning Pod, which is 2 and a green for an artifact. 1 tap, sacrifice a creature, seek a creature card with a mana value equal to 1 plus a sacrifice creature's mana value, and put that card right onto the battlefield. It's a Phyrexian in addition to its other types. Activate only the sorcery. Basically, it's Birthing Pod.
Oh my goodness, that's pretty busted.
And it's notable because these cards are going to be legal in the upcoming second Arena Championship, which is going to be historic.
Wow.
And Phyrexia All Will Be One draft, and that's happening March 18th and 19th on twitch.tv/magic. So we'll see if anybody pods anybody out.
Wow.
Could happen.
I really hope so. With the release of this Alchemy set, you will now finally be able to select a preferred printing of any card you own, including lands. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.
It only took us 5 years, but we got here, everybody.
We can do it. You can finally not have to individually go through and click and be like, take out these bad lands.
Beautiful.
And also, Shadows over Innistrad Remastered is coming to Arena on March 21st. You can pre-order it starting on the 7th. It's pushing Arena ever closer towards True Pioneer being available on the client.
Yeah.
It's 302 cards from Shadows over Innistrad and Spooky Moon. I'm so excited for the draft events.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
so excited.
It's going to have its own draft events, everybody. They showed off a few cards that are going to be included already, including Thing in the Ice and Relentless Dead.
Our beautiful Icy Boy.
Icy Boy is going to be on Arena pretty soon. And like we said at the top of the show, we were off last week. So in case you missed any of the news that happened last week, it was largely about the Pro Tour Phyrexia that Reed Duke won. If you want a recap of everything that happened, we were there.
Listen to the episode.
Yeah, we have a good luck high five from last week. That's all about the Pro Tour. So go and check that out. And we wanted to give a shout out to Yuta Takahashi's World Championship card that got previewed.
Oh, it's so great. So this is coming out in March of the Machine. It's Fairy Mastermind, 1 and a blue for a 2/1 Fairy Rogue with flash and flying. Whenever an opponent draws their second card each turn, you draw a card, and 3 and a blue, each player draws a card.
Yeah, Yuta was like, I'm going to make a card that's really good.
Yeah, great.
That could be legacy playable and also for Commander.
And also, of course, is Fairy.
Yeah, it's Fairy, and it's got Yuta's face on it, and it's a beautiful likeness, and I just love this card.
Really great.
Well, everybody, that's all the news. Did we do it in 10 minutes or less? We'll find out when I edit this. Thanks for listening. You can check out Good Luck High Five or Full Length Podcast and support this show and everything that we make over on patreon.com/GLHF Magic.